Oilers, you got a great offense with Connor McDavid. So I have them sweeping them.
Yeah, well, I don't think you heard my point. The San Francisco Giants have 3 more in the 2010s than the Rangers have in their entire history. So, yeah.
It's hard to get back and to get back-to-back wins. And I don't see the Lightning doing it here, so I have them losing to the Hurricanes in 6.
We don't talk about the 2010s because the 2010s had the Astros. And if the Astros didn't happen, the Yankees would have won in 2017.
He was close to Frank Reich, and they want Frank Reich back, so that's what they got. It's their discount Frank Reich.
Kaprizov and the rest of his crew. Jordan Greenway, who doesn't get enough props. He definitely is somebody who needs to be mentioned more.
Hi, this is Julie Dobbs. You're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NHL Opinions of the Week, and the season is already here, which surprised me, Austin. I know it's the beginning of October, but I thought there was a little bit more time before the NHL started. But here we are with our season predictions for the NHL 2025-26 season.
Yeah, it really does come here quickly, and I'm excited for the season, but the fact that it starts so... It always confuses me that it starts 2 weeks before the NBA season, but they end roughly at the same time.
Yeah, it's really incredible. And yeah, I think... Do they play 80 games?
82.
NHL? 82, okay. So yeah, same amount, but yeah, I guess it's spaced out. And this one, it will be different because this is Winter Olympics. The NHL players are able to play.
Supposed to.
Okay. So you don't...
I until I see a U.S. hockey team with the best players in the sport and a Canadian hockey team with the best players in the sport on an Olympic ice, I won't believe it. So okay. I got to see it before I believe it.
All right. Okay, that's something we have to monitor as the season progresses, but I'll let you choose where we start for these season predictions.
Let's start in the West. Which division do you want to do first in the West?
I'll go Central, and I'll choose the Dallas Stars. I'm curious to see where you have them.
So, I'm not kind to them, and I'm sure you're not shocked by that. I actually have the Blues winning the division.
Ooh, okay.
I went Blues, Avalanche, Jets, and then I think the Predators turned around. Last year was a bad year for Saros, and so I have them turning it around and getting fourth. Then I have Blackhawks at 5, Stars at 6, Wild at 7, and Utah at 8.
Wow. Okay. So we'll disagree on that. I have the Winnipeg winning the division again. Avalanche at 2, Stars at 3, Blues at 4, Wild at 5, Mammoth at 6, Blackhawks at 7, Predators at 8. I don't think they turn it around because the guys they paid are older guys, and I think it's harder. They could be reaching their decline faster than they expected.
I think it was more injuries last year than anything, so I think they'll be able to turn it around somewhat. I obviously don't have them. I have them being the 8 seed in the 8 seed, lowest wild card 2, if you want to call it that. But I do think they turn around a little bit from last year.
All right. So yeah, I have the Jets, Avalanche, Stars, and Blues all making the playoffs. I'll go into the Pacific Division where I have the Oilers at 1, Canucks at 2, Vegas at 3, and the Kings at 4. Kraken at 5, Flames at 6, Sharks at 7, Ducks at 8.
Okay, I have the Kings at 1, Vegas at 2, Oilers at 3, Canucks at 4, Ducks at 5, Kraken at 6, Flames at 7, and Sharks at 8. Who do you have in the playoffs between these two divisions?
So Jets, Avalanche, Stars, Blues all in the playoffs. Then Oilers, Canucks, Golden Knights, and Kings all in the playoffs.
So you're the top 4 in each.
Yeah, top 4 in each. What about you?
Yep. I have top 4 in each as well. I have Blues, Avalanche, Jets, Predators, and then Kings, Vegas, Oilers, and Canucks.
So I'm curious about Vegas. I think it's going to take them a while to get going, and there will be injuries. So what
I don't know if there's going to be... I think they have a deep enough team to survive the injuries they may endure.
And then Ducks at 5.
I believe in Ducks this year. They've had a very good preseason, and I like some of the signings they've had in the offseason. I don't have them making the playoffs, but I have them getting close. And as a young team, that's all you want to see.
Yeah, I have them still struggling to get it going, so that's why I have them last. But now we can go to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, let's start in the Atlantic. I have Leafs, Senators, Detroit, Florida, Tampa, Montreal, Buffalo, and Boston. I have Boston getting last.
Okay, yeah, I think so. Boston was taking things down last year, but I think they still have a lot of good players, so I don't think they'll be last. My division goes Panthers at 1, Lightning at 2, Maple Leafs at 3, Red Wings at 4, Bruins at 5, Senators at 6, Canadians at 7, Sabres at 8.
Okay. What about your Metro?
So my Metro is the Hurricanes at 1, Rangers at 2, Capitals at 3, Devils at 4. I think the Hurricanes continue to have a great regular season after getting some young guys, and I think Stankoven with his first full year with the team should be really good for the Hurricanes, especially on the offensive side.
And you believe in the Rangers even after a terrible season they had last year?
Yes, I think they find a way to get back and just put it together because they're a young team. They're inconsistent, but I think they'll start to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't really believe too much in the Rangers this year. I had the Canes at 1, Devils at 2, Penguins at 3, Caps at 4, Blue Jackets at 5, Rangers at 6, Islanders at 7, and Flyers at 8. For my playoffs, I have the top 5 in the Atlantic. So Leafs, Senators, Detroit, Florida, and Tampa get in. And I have the top 3 in the Metro, Canes, Devils, and Penguins.
Okay, I have the 4 on each side. I have the Panthers, Lightning, Leafs, Red Wings for the Atlantic. Then the Metro, I have Hurricanes, Rangers, Capitals, Devils.
Okay, I think last year that did not happen at all. I think the exact opposite of that happened. I think it was 5-3 and 5-3. Yeah, I know it was. It was. So there was neither division had none of the divisions had 4, but it does happen where both get 4. We'll see.
It was tough because I don't think the Bruins will make the playoffs because of just how bad they are. So I didn't feel like putting 5. Penguins, I think, are getting older and will miss the playoffs.
Okay. You want to go into the playoffs?
Yes, and for everyone listening, this is for fun. There's no points. It's just be cool if we got it.
The teams who make the playoffs count, but not the actual playoff predictions.
But not the playoff results. So for me, I have the Hurricanes being the number 1 seed, and then the Panthers being the 2 seed. I have the Hurricanes facing the New Jersey Devils. I have the Rangers facing the Capitals, Panthers facing the Red Wings, and Lightning facing the Maple Leafs. And I have the Maple Leafs winning, Red Wings winning, Capitals winning, and the Hurricanes winning.
Okay. We're doing the East, right?
Yes, the East.
Yeah. So my first round is Leafs versus Tampa, Sens versus Detroit, Canes versus Florida, and Devils versus Penguins. I have the Leafs beating Tampa, the Senators beating Detroit, Florida beating the Hurricanes, and the Penguins beating the Devils.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what does your second round look like?
It's the Leafs versus Senators and Florida versus the Penguins. And then I have the Leafs beating Ottawa and the Penguins beating Florida. So that's where Florida's dominant 3-year run ends.
Yeah, I have the Panthers facing the Maple Leafs, but losing to the Maple Leafs. So we both have them ending in the second round. And then I have the Capitals beating the Hurricanes for Maple Leafs versus Capitals Eastern Conference Final.
Okay. So how's your conference final go?
So my conference final, I have the Capitals beating the Maple Leafs. So more sadness in Detroit, and the Capitals heading to the Stanley Cup.
Detroit?
No.
You said but you said Detroit. You said there's more sadness in Detroit.
Oh, I thought. Yeah, my bad. Toronto.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
My bad.
Wow, the way we did this is actually kind of funny. I can't lie. We both have one of the two older statesmen beating the Leafs to get to the Stanley Cup final, because I have the Penguins beating the Leafs and you have the Capitals beating the Leafs. So
Interesting. I'm curious, what do you see in the Penguins?
They've gone an extreme youth movement while still having those old dominant players on their team. So they still have Carlson, they still have Letang, they still have Crosby, they still have Malkin. But besides that it's an extremely young team. They've built. This is the first time since I think 06-07 when they've had 2 teenagers on the team. So they're going to be a very young team that I think will be feisty. And if you get the leadership from your top guns, they'll have a surprising season this year.
Yeah, that's a good point. And we've kind of seen the Stars where they quietly got a young team, but you had older guys, but not to the level of Crosby.
Yeah.
On the older guys. Okay. So I'll let you start in the West in the first round.
So I have the Blues beating the Predators. I have the Jets beating the Avalanche. I have the Canucks beating the Kings, and I have Vegas beating the Oilers. So Oilers are first round exit.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I have the annual matchup of the Oilers versus Kings, then the Canucks versus Knights, Jets versus Blues, Avalanche versus Stars. I have the Avalanche winning, beating the Stars in the first round, the Blues beating the Jets, and then the Knights beating the Canucks and the Oilers beating the Kings.
How does your second round look?
So I have the Oilers facing the Knights and beating the Golden Knights. And then I have the Avalanche beating the Blues for a Western Conference final between the Avalanche and Oilers.
Okay. I have the Blues beating the Jets. So we both have the Blues beating the Jets, right?
Yes. Okay, yeah.
But I have mine happen in the second round. And I have Vegas versus the Canucks, and I have Vegas winning.
Okay, so you have Blues in the Western Conference final with the Golden Knights?
That's okay. The matchup.
All right, who wins?
I have Vegas winning and going to the Stanley Cup final.
Okay, I have the Oilers beating that Colorado Avalanche and the Oilers going to their third straight Stanley Cup final.
Okay. So I have Penguins versus Vegas. You have Capitals versus Oilers?
Yep. And I have the Capitals winning against the Oilers and Ovechkin getting the Conn Smythe.
Wow. That's pretty incredible how we both did this. I have the Penguins winning and Crosby winning the Conn Smythe.
Okay, that's funny. We're both going for storybook endings. Yeah, I think it should be fun. I remembered the Blues have Jim Montgomery, and that should be an exciting as they really got good at the end of last year. So it's curious to see what they'll do this year.
Yeah, I really do believe in the Blues, but I think they're probably a season away from true contention, even though I had them getting the 1 seed in the entirety of the West.
Yeah, it should be really fun. They're a young team, and they're still building stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised. But we'll see what Montgomery does with them. We appreciate you listening, and be on the lookout for more videos from Outsiders Opinions.